My brothers and sisters, every single day we live, we are surrounded by countless signs. The rising of the sun, the gentle breeze, the rain that falls, the heartbeat within our chest. None of these are coincidences. They are not random occurrences. Each one is a reminder, a message, a communication from the one who created us. The question is, are we paying attention, or are we too distracted by the noise of the world to notice? When you open your eyes in the morning, the very fact that you are alive is a sign. Some people went to sleep last night and did not wake up today. Yet here you are, breathing, seeing, thinking, moving. That gift is not small. It is a message to you that your time on this earth is not yet over, that your purpose is still unfolding, that there are things left for you to achieve, to correct, to improve, to build, and to prepare for. The sign of waking up alive is Allah telling you, I have given you another chance. What will you do with it today? The difficulties you face are also signs. We often ask, why me? Why am I the one struggling with this illness, this loss, this disappointment, this test? But if you look closely, every challenge carries a message. It may be a message for you to turn back to your Lord, to realize that you are not as self-sufficient as you thought. It may be a message that your heart needs cleansing, that your priorities need to be shifted, that your connection with the Almighty has to be strengthened. Sometimes the hardship is there to protect you from something far worse. Sometimes it is a hidden blessing that will only reveal itself later. But no difficulty is meaningless, no trial is empty. It always carries a sign. When blessings come your way, those too are signs. If your business grows, if your family expands, if you enjoy health and prosperity, it is not only for your comfort. It is a sign, a message that say, Sam, be grateful. Use what you have been given in the right way. Wealth is not just a figure in your bank account. It is a responsibility. Health is not just strength in your body. It is an opportunity to serve, to worship, to help others. Every blessing says to you, do not forget where this came from. Do not become arrogant. Do not use this gift against the one who gave it to you. The world around us is full of signs. Look at the order of creation. The way night follows day, the way the stars shine in the darkness, the way rivers flow and oceans roar. All of these are constant reminders that there is a creator, that there is purpose, that there is beauty and wisdom far beyond what our minds can fully grasp. Yet how many people walk outside every day, seeing the sky above them and never reflect on its meaning? How many see the trees, the mountains, the animals and never pause to ask, what is this telling me? The sign is there, but the message is ignored. Even the people in your life are signs. Some enter your life to teach you patience. Others arrive to bring you comfort. Some hurt you, only for you to realize the importance of forgiveness. Some help you, showing you the beauty of kindness. Each person you interact with has a purpose in your story, even if it is just for a brief moment. When someone leaves you, that too is a sign. When someone supports you, that is also a sign. The question is, are you able to see the hand of Allah behind these encounters? Sometimes the signs are subtle, a thought that enters your heart at just the right time, a verse you read that speaks directly to your situation, a piece of advice you hear that feels like it was meant only for you. These are not accidents. These are ways Allah communicates with you, guiding you gently, reminding you lovingly, pulling you closer to Him. But if your heart is hard, if your mind is clouded with arrogance or heedlessness, you will dismiss them as coincidences. And so the sign passes and the message is lost. The mistakes you make are also signs. When you slip, when you commit a sin, when you fall short, it is not just a failure. It is a message that you are in need of forgiveness, that you must humble yourself, that you must return and seek the mercy of the one who never tires of forgiving. Imagine how powerful it is that your sins themselves are reminders for you to correct your path. Even in your lowest moments, Allah is giving you signs to return, to rise, to improve. Every loss you suffer, every tear that falls, every heartbreak you endure, each one is a sign that this world is not meant to be perfect. It is not meant to give you everlasting comfort. It is not meant to fulfill every desire. These experiences whisper to you, do not get too attached here. There is another place, a better place, a permanent place where there will be no loss, no pain, no tears. The signs of this world are constantly pointing you towards the next. Think of how many times you have prayed for something and it did not happen. At that moment, you may have felt ignored, but later you realize it was a sign, a message that what you asked for was not good for you, that something better was waiting, or that patience was being cultivated within you. Not receiving what you wanted is not rejection. It is redirection. That too is a sign. If you open your heart, you will realize that the entire journey of life is nothing but signs layered upon signs. Success is a sign. Failure is a sign. Health is a sign. Sickness is a sign. sign. Friends are a sign. Enemies are a sign. Birth is a sign. Death is a sign. Every breath you take is a sign. Each one carries a message. Remember your purpose. Stay humble. Be grateful. Remain patient. Seek forgiveness. Prepare for the day when you return to the one who gave you everything. But if we ignore these signs, if we live blindly, chasing only wealth, pleasure, and see, tatus, then we are like someone walking through a gallery of priceless art with eyes closed, learning nothing, appreciating nothing, benefiting from nothing. The signs are there, but the message is lost. So my brothers and sisters, look carefully at your life. Reflect deeply on what you are going through. Do not brush off the lessons. Do not dismiss the reminders. Every event, every encounter, every joy, every pain is a sign from Allah, a message tailored for you, calling you to become better, closer, purer, and more prepared for the eternal home that awaits. So my brothers and sisters, look carefully at your life. Reflect deeply on what you are going through. Do not brush off the lessons. Do not dismiss the reminders. Every event, every encounter, every joy, every pain is a sign from Allah, a message tailored for you, calling you to become better, closer, purer, and more prepared for the eternal home that awaits. And sometimes the most powerful signs come in the smallest details. Think of a child's smile. The innocence, the purity, the joy contained in that simple act is a message reminding you of how life was meant to be. Free of malice, full of hope, untainted by pride. That smile is not random. It softens your heart. It makes you reflect. It reconnects you with compassion. When you see kindness from someone who has nothing to gain from you, that is a sign reminding you that goodness is still alive, that there are people who act sincerely for the sake of their Creator. At times, the signs are warnings. A near miss on the road, a sudden illness that forces you to pause, a small accident that could have been worse. All of these are gentle messages. They shake you for a moment, but their true purpose is to awaken you before something far more serious arrives. How many times have people said, that incident changed my life? Why? Because it was not just an accident. It was a sign that shook the soul awake, a message that said, reconsider your ways before it is too late. Even silence can be a sign. When you sit in solitude and feel your heart restless, when everything is quiet but inside you feel uneasy, that feeling is not meaningless. It is a message telling you to reconnect, to fill that emptiness with remembrance, to seek the one who brings true tranquility. If you try to drown that silence with distractions, you will miss the lesson. But if you lean into it, if you listen carefully, you will realize that silence itself is speaking, urging you to seek peace in the only place it can be found, with Allah. When you are wronged by others, that too is a sign. The pain you feel is not without purpose. It is a message telling you that justice will never be complete in this world, that ultimate fairness belongs only to the day of judgment. It is a reminder to place your trust in the one who will never allow oppression to go unaccounted. When someone breaks your trust, when people let you down, the sign is clear. Never attach your heart too firmly to creation. Attach it to the Creator, for He is the only one who will never disappoint. And when you feel happiness, when your heart is content, and your life feels at ease, that too carries a message. It is not there just for you to enjoy, but to recognize its source, to be grateful, to use that period of ease to increase your good deeds. Happiness is not permanent here. It is a passing breeze. The sign is clear. It is showing you what is possible in the eternal gardens where joy will never end. But here, when you taste moments of contentment, they are reminders of what awaits the patient and the grateful in the next life. Consider how often the signs come in repetition. You might notice that certain themes keep appearing in your life. Maybe you keep hearing the same advice from different people. Maybe you encounter the same type of challenge again and again. That repetition is not coincidence. It is a message you are meant to learn, a lesson you have perhaps ignored, and so it returns until you take it seriously. Just as a teacher repeats an important point in class, the signs in your life repeat until the lesson enters your heart. Even nature itself repeats its messages. The seasons change again and again, showing you the cycle of life, growth, decay, death, and rebirth. Each spring is a message of hope that after every winter there is renewal. Each autumn is a reminder that nothing lasts forever. Each storm is a sign that no matter how strong the winds, they eventually pass. and the skies clear again. If you reflect, you will see your own life mirrored in the world around you. Sometimes the sign is in what you lose: a lost job, a lost opportunity, a lost relationship. It feels painful, but it carries a message. It tells you that not everything you desire is good for you. It reminds you that control does not belong to you, but to the one who knows what you cannot see. Loss humbles you. It strips away arrogance. It teaches you reliance. Without loss, many hearts would never turn to their Lord. Other times the sign is in what you gain unexpectedly. You may meet someone who changes your life for the better, or find success in a place you least expected. These surprises are reminders that provision comes from where you never imagined, that the world is not limited to your plans, that the one who provides is limitless. They are messages telling you to place your trust not in your own strategies, but in the one who controls all outcomes. Think of how many times you have prayed for ease and instead the path was made more difficult. That difficulty itself is a sign. It is saying, do not seek ease only in this world. Seek strength, seek patience, seek closeness. For sometimes the harder road brings you closer to your Lord than the easy one ever could. And that is the true success. Not worldly comfort, but eternal connection. When you read the stories of those before us, their lives are signs too. The nations that were destroyed because of arrogance, the individuals who were elevated because of humility. These are not stories for entertainment. They are messages for you, reminders that what happened to others can happen to you if you repeat their actions. History is full of signs, yet many dismiss it as irrelevant. But the wise read those signs and adjust their lives accordingly. Even death is one of the greatest signs. Every funeral you attend, every grave you pass, every loved one you bury carries a message so clear that no words are needed. It tells you this is your destination too. Prepare yourself because your time is unknown. But how quickly do people leave the cemetery and return to heedlessness, as though the sign they just witnessed had no meaning? Yet for the one who reflects, every burial is a wake-up call, a reminder that life is short and preparation is urgent. And when you see injustice in the world, do not think it is without purpose. The oppression, the suffering, the cruelty you witness is a sign as well. It tells you that this world will never be perfect, that ultimate justice is waiting elsewhere. It motivates you to stand on the side of truth, to do your part, to remember that nothing is wasted, and that every tear shed by the oppressed will be compensated. Even your own body carries signs. The way it tires when you neglect it, the way it aches when you mistreat it, the way it heals when you care for it. These are all messages. Your body is a trust, and its signs are reminders to honor that trust. When your heart beats faster in fear or excitement, that is a sign of your human nature, reminding you that you are fragile, that you are dependent, that you are in need of the one who fashioned that heart. Every emotion you feel is also a sign. Anger tells you something. G is wrong. Joy tells you something is right. Sadness tells you that you are attached to something temporary. Hope tells you to keep going. Fear tells you to seek protection. All of these emotions are not random. They are purposeful, guiding you, teaching you, reminding you that you are human and that the ultimate solution to every emotion is turning back to Allah. And remember, the greatest sign of all is the book revealed to us. Every verse, every word, every letter carries guidance. It speaks to every generation, every situation, every individual. How many times have people opened it and found the answer to the exact problem they were facing? That is not coincidence. That is the most direct message you will ever receive. It is the light in a world of darkness, the clear reminder in a world full of confusion. Yet, if left closed on a shelf, the greatest sign remains unused, the greatest message unread. So my brothers and sisters, when you walk through this life, do not do so blindly. Look around you with eyes that see beyond the surface. Reflect with a heart that listens beyond the noise. For everything you encounter, whether large or small, whether joyous or painful, is a sign. And every sign carries a message, waiting for you to recognize it, to understand it, and to act upon it. So, my brothers and sisters, when you walk through this life, do not do so blindly. Look around you with eyes that see beyond the surface. Reflect with a heart that listens beyond the noise. For everything you encounter, whether large or small, whether joyous or painful, is a sign. And every sign carries a message, waiting for you to recognize it, to understand it, and to act upon it. There are times when signs come through delay. You may plan for something with all your strength. You may pray and strive, but the result does not appear when you want it. The delay itself is a message. It teaches you patience. It humbles you. It reminds you that you do not control time, that the best moment is not always the moment you desire. Delay trains your heart to trust in the unseen, to let go of urgency, to recognize that what is written for you will never miss you, and what is not meant for you will never reach you. Every delay whispers, wait, for the right time is yet to come. There are also moments when the signs come through sudden change. You may think your life is stable, and then everything shifts in an instant. A new path opens, or a door you were relying on suddenly closes. This is not chaos. This is not randomness. It is a message, a reminder that you must remain flexible, that you must trust the one who sees what you cannot see. Sudden change shakes you so that you do not become too attached to routine, too arrogant in your own plans. It is a sign that reminds you, do not anchor yourself to the temporary, anchor yourself to the eternal. When you see injustice seemingly prevailing, that is also a sign. The message is clear. Do not be deceived by the temporary success of those who do wrong. Their actions are being recorded and their time is limited. The sign tells you not to envy them, but to focus on your own accountability, to stand firm in truth even when it seems unpopular. Every moment of apparent injustice carries a message. This life is short, but the life to come is everlasting, and that is where ultimate balance will be restored. When you feel distance between yourself and your Creator, that emptiness itself is a sign. It tells you that the heart was not designed to live without connection. It is a message urging you to return, to seek forgiveness, to find solace in prayer, to fill the void with remembrance. Just as hunger is a sign that the body needs food, spiritual emptiness is a sign that the soul needs its nourishment. And that nourishment can never be found in wealth, fame, or pleasure. It is found only in the closeness of the one who created you. Sometimes the signs are found in the simplicity of daily life. A meal before you, clothing to cover you, a roof above your head. All of these are messages reminding you that countless blessings surround you, even if they feel ordinary. The problem is that many of us wait for something extraordinary before recognizing a sign, when in reality the ordinary is extraordinary if you reflect. To eat without hunger, to drink without thirst, to sleep without fear. These are immense signs, but they are overlooked because they are constant. The message in them is gratitude, the constant call to say, thank you, O Allah, for what I often take for granted. When calamities strike communities, those too are signs. A natural disaster, an economic collapse, a widespread illness. These events are not without meaning. They are messages to awaken entire societies, to remind people of humility, to strip away arrogance, to show the fragility of human plans. They are not punishments for all, but reminders for all. The message is to return collectively, to unite in goodness, to support one another, to realize that no structure, no system, no power can withstand the will of the Creator. And when relief comes after hardship, that too is a sign. The lifting of a difficulty, the healing of an illness, the restoration of peace, all of these carry the message of mercy, of hope, of renewal. They remind you that no hardship lasts forever, that the mercy of Allah always outweighs His anger, that after every storm there is calm, and after every tear there is a smile. Relief is a mess. Sage that says, never despair, for the one who tested you is the same one who lifted the test. Your dreams at night can sometimes carry signs. A vision, a reminder, a lesson. It is a message placed within your rest. Not every dream has meaning, but sometimes they awaken reflection. They stir the heart. They inspire a change. Even your subconscious is not beyond the reach of the Almighty's signs. The message is that He has access to your deepest thoughts, that He knows what lies within your soul, that He can guide you even when you are unaware. When you see someone else succeed, that too is a sign. The message is not to envy, but to be reminded that blessings are distributed in different ways. Their success is a sign that provision is from Allah, that He grants as He wills. The lesson for you is to be content, to strive without jealousy, to understand that your test lies in your portion, just as their test lies in theirs. When you celebrate the blessings of others, you honor the message of contentment and gratitude. When you see people turn away from faith, that itself is a sign. It tells you that guidance is a gift, that hearts can change, that nothing is guaranteed. It is a message urging you to guard your own faith, to remain humble, to keep asking for steadfastness. And when you see people turning back to faith, it is another sign, a reminder that the door of mercy is always open, that no sin is too great, that the path of return is never blocked. Both directions, turning away and turning back, carry messages for those who reflect.
When you see someone less fortunate than yourself, that too is a sign. It is not a sign for arrogance, but for gratitude and responsibility. The message is clear. Be thankful for what you have and share with those who do not. Poverty in the world is not a sign of neglect from the Creator, but a message to the fortunate to rise in generosity, to act with compassion, to use their blessings as a means of service. And when you see or me one more fortunate, that too is a sign. It is not a sign for despair or complaint, but for reflection. The message is, do not chase what others have, for your test is not theirs, and their blessings may come with burdens you do not see. Comparison is a distraction, but the sign is there to remind you, look to those below you in worldly matters so that you remain grateful, and look to those above you in spiritual matters so that you remain motivated. Even aging is a sign. Each wrinkle, each gray hair, each moment of weakness is a message telling you that life is moving forward, that your time is decreasing, that your return is approaching. The decline of the body is not just a loss, it is a sign to focus more on the eternal soul. The message in aging is urgency, humility, and preparation. It is a gentle reminder that the beauty of youth fades, but the beauty of good deeds remains. When you see reconciliation between enemies, that too is a sign. The message is that peace is possible, that hearts can soften, that forgiveness is stronger than hatred. And when you see division where there was once unity, it is also a sign. The message is to be careful, to guard relationships, to value trust, to remember that division often begins with small things. Every conflict carries a message if you reflect upon it, and every reconciliation shines as a sign of hope. Even laughter is a sign. The joy you feel, the release of tension, the warmth of connection, it is a message reminding you of the blessings of companionship, of the beauty of shared moments. And tears, whether from sadness or from fear of Allah, are signs as well. They are messages showing you the depth of your heart, the reality of your humanity, the nearness of your Lord when you turn to Him sincerely. Everything around you, within you, before you and after you is a sign. The question is not whether the signs exist, but whether you choose to see them, to read them, to respond to them. For every sign has a message, and every message is meant to guide you closer to the one who placed it in your path